Well guys, welcome to the channel and welcome home our new oh, okay, that's a Cherokee. So this is a 1996 Jeep XJ. Just picked it up off Facebook Marketplace. It's got 33-inch tires on 15-inch rims. That's really clean. It's got hood spacer. That's growing on me quite a bit. A EAG aftermarket bumper with a spot for a winch. I'm sure you caught sight of this headliner. It's quite a headliner. Guy I bought it from put this in. Said he just didn't use strong enough adhesive. It's missing a sound bar back here. I have that. I'll show you that in a second. But I'm gonna have to do something about this cow headliner. I kind of like the cow, but if I have to take it off and glue it on, I might as well do something I want to do. But that's what it's all about right there. Rear drive shaft looks in pretty good shape. Here is the transfer case. And there's a little bit of oil residue on this cross member. But he just recently switched the motor, transmission, and transfer case from another XJ into this one. So I don't know if the oil is from this drive line or the previous drive line. So front drive axle right here is a double cardan with a slip, so that's really good. All right, so front suspension. He did say he put a 4-inch lift on it. That's definitely RTV, so someone's definitely been in there. With as many miles as this has, that's a good thing. He did say he replaced all of the bushings in the sway bars, link bars. So you guys let me know whether this suspension counts as a 4-point triangulated. We've got 1, 2 up top on an angle, and 1, 2 down below. There is the panhard bar, panhard link. You guys let me know. I really don't know much about this. This is going to be quite an adventure. So rear axle's Chrysler 8 1/4. It's got the drum brakes in the back. I need to pull this apart and check that bearing. I'm hearing some unusual noises from back here, so I don't know if it's the bearings or that tread. The lift in the rear, I guess, is that. That is the only new part that I see. So sort of your standard receiver, not too bad on rust, some paint flaking. It's got a old school 6-pin connector. I'd like to switch that out for a 7-pin at some point. Some of the wiring in this looks a little suspect. We may have to pull this apart and just see what they've done. Why are there wires just cut off? Those are pretty beefy wires. So maybe this 6-pin's just a 4-pin with 2 bonus pins. And stock rear bumper. We're definitely going to have to do something with that. If only because some of the off-roading groups in the area require shackles. 2 shackles front and 2 shackles in the rear. So I've got the ones in the front. Now I need just some in the rear. I mean, the interior looks nice, doesn't it? But all in all, pretty nice. So I do have the missing badge from the other side, so I'll put that back on. And I'll have to figure out what to do with this area here. I've got a bunch of switches that I'd like to install. So a few of the things we're going to need to take a look at. This rear hatch does not want to stay open when it's cold. Yeah, so this tailgate, we're going to have to do something about that tailgate. He said this rear spring is sagging a little bit. So I don't know if we'll get a helper spring for it or if we'll try to put airbags on it. And transmission, he said it needs a filter and a gasket. That pan looks caved in a little bit. I don't know if I should be worried about that any. You can see a dent right up there. And it looks a little moist. We'll definitely replace the filter. There's a drain plug right here, so that couldn't be any easier. And we'll see if that doesn't clear up that oil leak. I do have a bunch of boots here that are cracked. He says this thing's got a little bit of a vibration sometimes, about 45 miles an hour. I suspect that might be death wobble. I've been told to look at steering. I've been told to look at these knuckles. So we will look at both of those. You can see right here. That is the bottom of the steering box. It's got quite a severe leak coming. I think it's that seal. That's why I've got the extra steering box in the back. So we'll take a look at that. So I believe that is power steering. No, those go back to the transmission. So that right there, that's some transmission oil we'll have to clean up. I may have some cooling work to do to this. So that's broken. These lights aren't hooked up to anything on either side. These EAG bumpers, I've heard these shackles like to come off. So the shackle is pretty close to the body mount, and it's reinforced back here. So that might not be terrible, and I might try reinforcing it here. Depends on what I get for a bumper. A little bit of damage right here. You can see this is sort of shoved up underneath there. So what you guys think? I have some safety things that I need to go through. There's a check engine light for an oxygen sensor. I'm just going to go ahead and replace that oxygen sensor. It needs to pass a safety inspection. So I'm going to go through it pretty carefully, check all the items that could be safety items, like the lug nuts on the other side. Definitely need to be replaced. The missing one tightened up, threads chased. May look at the studs about replacing them. A little bit of maintenance on the engine. I want to check the cooling system. Don't know if you guys heard the gurgling. And then these headlights. These things need to be changed out. I'd like to go LED across the whole Jeep. So that's on the list. I want to take this grille and paint it black. I'm not a huge fan of the chrome, although now that I'm looking at it, the black bumper, black grille, it might just sort of get all no definition. So next episode, we'll get this back end lifted up. We'll pull off the wheels, check the brakes, the bearings, probably go ahead and check the fluid. If not, go ahead and pull the cover and inspect that differential. Just make sure that the weird noises I'm hearing aren't anything important. So tell me what you guys think. Leave comments down below. Tell me what you think I should do. If there's anything that I need to look out for, anything to be careful of. I already know the Dana 30 axle in the front is probably going to be the weak point on this. It's going to be a long while before I do anything with the axles. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos with this beast in it, why don't you subscribe down below? And always, thanks.